Hi. Today, we will see how to handle the notification click event in a Flutter Android app. We will see three approaches in it. First, when the app is in the foreground. Second, when the app is in the background. And the third, when the app is killed. Okay. First, we need to install some packages. Open the pubspec.yaml file. Here, in the dependencies section, write these 3 lines. These are the packages to handle notifications, runtime permissions, and to show a toast. Now, this notification package has a bug in it. So after installing this package, if you run the app, you will see some Java error regarding debugging. I'm not going into depth explaining what this error is. Instead, I will show you the solution. So, if you are facing this debugging error, follow the next step, otherwise, you may skip it. Okay. Open the Android folder. Then, the app folder. Here, open the build, Gradle, KTS file. Now, in this compile options block, write this line. And then, go all the way down in the file, and write this dependencies block as shown. That's it. Now that the error will not bother us. Okay. Let's see the Dart code now. Open the main.dart file. These are the imports. First, we create a global navigator state key. This key will help us handle the notification click event and open the app when the app was already killed. In the main function, we run an app called myApp. This is the myApp class. Here, we create a material app. We define the title, theme, and the home page of the app. We also pass the navigator key that we had just created. The home page would be myHomePage class. This is the myHomePage class. Here we create a state of this class, whose name is _myHomePageState. This is the _myHomePageState class. Here, we will actually design our app. First, we have an instance of the Flutter local notifications plugin class. When any app loads, this init_state function gets called. Here we call 2 functions. Init notification settings function. And check if launched from the notification function. This is the init notification settings function. Here we configure some initial settings of the notification. And this part is very important. Here, we define which function to call when the user clicks the notification. We will call this _on_notification_clicked function, then. And this is the second function. This function will be called when the app has already been killed, and then the user has clicked the notification. So the flow will go from here. This function will identify that the app was killed already and now has restarted. Our notification will have some payload with it. We cross-check that payload to verify that the correct notification was clicked. Because one app could have various kinds of notifications. Then, we simply show a toast on the screen. Now, let's see the UI. In the build function, we create a scaffold widget upon which we will build other widgets. This scaffold widget has 2 important attributes. One is the app bar attribute, and one is the body attribute. In the app bar attribute, we create the toolbar of the app. And in the body attribute, we create the rest of the UI. Here, at the center of the screen, we have an elevated button. The show notification is written on the button. When the button is clicked, first, we check if the notification permission has been granted by the user or not. If granted, we call the show notification function. If permission is not already granted, then we ask for permission. This is the ask permission function. Here, we ask for the notification permission from the user. If the user grants the permission, we call the show notification function. Otherwise, we show a snack bar that says, permission denied. Now, this is the show notification function. First, we configure various notification channel related attributes like ID, name, description, vibration, etc. Then, we store all those configurations in this variable. Then we call this Flutter local notifications plugin.show function. This function shows a notification on our device. Here we pass some numerical ID, title, content, and the configuration variable. Also, we pass some payload to the notification. Payload is some data that we pass along with our notification. We used this payload earlier to cross-check what is the purpose of this notification. Then see this is the function that gets called when the app is either in foreground or in background, and the user clicks the notification. Here, we cross-check the payload and show a toast on the screen. Remember, the app being in the background and the app being killed are two different things. We will see this practically later. And finally, these are the two functions to show a toast and a snack bar. Okay. Let's run the app. So, we have a button at the center of the screen. First, we will grant permission to show the notification. And see, we get a notification on the screen. Now, I will keep the app in the foreground and will click the notification. See, a green-colored toast gets shown. Now, again, I will click the button. We get a notification. Now, I will put the app in the background. The app is not killed yet. It's still there in the apps tray. Now, if I click the notification, the app first comes to the foreground, and then we see the same green-colored toast. Okay. Now the third approach. Click the button. A notification gets shown. Now, I will swipe away and kill the app. And now I will click the notification. See, the app restarts, and we get a green-colored toast. But this time we see small dots ahead of the word clicked. Why? Because this time, the app flow went through this function. See the toast text. So that's it. The link to download this code is given in the description box under this video. Thanks for watching.